Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to Force Choke Friday. I'm Jedi Master Brett, and before we continue, I have some news. Another YouTuber will soon be joining us on this channel. His name is Trent. He's my and best friend. So, with that out of the way, let's top 5 Jedi from the Star Wars continuity. Now, just letting you know, none of these characters are going to be characters that are currently canon. That said, there is a possibility of some of them possibly becoming part of the canon, but at this point, who really knows? So, without further ado, let's begin. Starting off this list, at number 5 is Jedi Knight Kyle Katarn. Katarn was once an Imperial Stormtrooper, who, by the way, was very well accomplished. However, he later became a rebel agent for the Rebel Alliance and faced off against multiple foes as a young guy. He faced the Dark Jedi Legion of the Empire. Now, of course, the most powerful one he ever met was Jarek. Jarek, a survivor of Order 66 and Dark Jedi, was trying to reunify the Empire so that he could destroy the Jedi and reclaim the Empire's place at the top of the galaxy. However, he failed, of course, and Kyle Katarn played a major role in making sure of that. He was very skilled in multiple Force abilities, including Force Lightning. And let me tell you, it's so cool that a Jedi used it, because, as Kyle Katarn believed, just because an ability is used by dark side Force users does not mean that it is necessarily dark. It just means they use it. Just like Jedi use Force Push and Sith do as well. Does that mean that it's a light side? No, because Sith also use it. Now, number 4. Jedi Grandmaster Satele Shan. Satele was an excellent Jedi in the sense that she herself had taken on multiple foes throughout a couple of wars. Sorry, can't talk. With her dual-bladed blue lightsaber, she took down multiple Sith Lords, and even dueled Darth Malgus. Now, even though she had defeated multiple Sith, and even the Grandmaster of the Jedi Order, she herself, of course, is not my favorite. However, she was an excellent Jedi. She was strong in the Force, able to throw an entire avalanche of rocks from a mountain onto Darth Malgus after defeating him. She even pulled a tree down on him before then. Holy hand grenades, guys, that was insane! Even though it was just in the cinematic trailer of Star Wars The Old Republic, which, by the way, is an epic video game. Just so y'all know. Now, coming in at number 3 is... I know you see Obi-Wan in the... is not it. No, because, like I said, this is only for Jedi and the Legends continuity. This is Fierce Allen. Fierce Allen was once a Jedi Padawan, who, by the way, was Anakin Skywalker's only rival in the Jedi Order. His master was Siri Tachi, one of Obi-Wan Kenobi's friends. Let me tell you, Fierce was very close to knighthood long before Anakin. In fact, he was to become a Jedi Knight long before Anakin was, even though they had been Padawans for about the time. They were about the same age, and dude, it was insane. In the last of the Jedi series, it is shown that he is an excellent. He even makes appearances in a previous series that's actually about Anakin Skywalker called Jedi Quest. You should totally check those 2 book series out because they're excellent. Now, also, Fierce Allen eventually left the Jedi Order before he could become a knight. That is why he survived Order 66, because he wasn't even a Jedi when the Clone Wars even started. Of course, later, afterwards, when the Empire took hold, he tried to form his own rebel alliance. However, it failed. However, during the time that he was trying to form it, he became quite capable as a new Jedi. He finding Jedi across the galaxy at the behest of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and eventually found his, quite a few. However, like I said, his rebellion was squashed pretty quickly, and while he had faced multiple dark side inquisitors from the Empire, he also joined the Empire briefly as a double agent for the Rebel Alliance. In fact, even Emperor Palpatine, or Darth Sidious as we all know him, tried to seduce him to the dark side, and for a brief part of time it did work. However, he came back to the light while very close to death in the Jedi Temple, Coruscant, after being defeated by Darth Vader. Then later he came back, ready to take his place as a Jedi. And after his rebellion was squashed, Kenobi gave him a mission to protect Princess Leia on Alderaan. Dun dun dun. Now for number 2, we have Jedi General Rom Koda, who, by the way, during the Clone Wars, used clones in his squad. In fact, he used his own militia that he trained and assembled all on his own. That is how he survived Order 66. He was a very respected general during the Clone Wars. However, after Order 66, he vanished. Imperial records for quite some time actually claimed he was dead. However, during time leading up to the Galactic Civil War, where the rebellion would face off against the Empire, he was met by Darth Vader's secret apprentice, who ended up defeating him, blinding him, and basically causing his life Jedi to end. Or so he thought. Well, yes, he did fall to Bespin, and yes, he did get smuggled in by Bail Organa, who saved his life. He ended up becoming just an old blind drunk dude. Yes, he drowned his sorrows in a bar on Cloud City. Poor Rom Koda. He thought it was the end, but then a young Jedi-to-be came and rescued him from his internal waste, and basically became his Jedi apprentice, and ended up forming the Rebel Alliance. The cool thing about this is, it was Starkiller, Darth Vader's secret apprentice, and together they did form the Rebel Alliance. However, after Starkiller allegedly died, well, actually did die, along came Rom Koda as the general and Jedi master of the Rebel Alliance. He himself was quite talented. Even though he was blind, he still took out many foes, and definitely earned his place on this list. Now finally, for number 1, we have my favorite Jedi ever from the Legends continuity. His name is Galen Merrick, but many of you know as Starkiller. However, Starkiller was a child born to 2 Jedi parents on Kashyyyk. Both were killed, one by Trandoshans and one by himself. Later, Galen Merrick was trained by Darth Vader as a secret apprentice in the ways of the Sith, but he was never trained as a cunning Sith, or even to learn the ways of the Force conventionally. No, he spent years with brutal training from Vader, and basically never took a break. So he became nothing more than an epic warrior who destroyed everything in his path. He defeated multiple Jedi when he was close to the end of his training. In fact, He thought he killed Rom Koda, but then found out he was alive. And the rest is history. I mean, I already spoke about that. But he killed Kazdan Paratus and Shakti. And let me tell you something. That was insane. He's extremely powerful in the Force, and even Vader said that he was more powerful than even his own Jedi father. Yes, his father, who was a Jedi Knight, had nothing on this young boy. He fought quite heavily with his demons, especially after he tried to become a Jedi. However, he had still served Darth Vader while he was trying to bring about the creation of a rebel alliance to overthrow Emperor Palpatine after Darth Vader, at the behest of Palpatine, impaled young Merrick, or Starkiller at the time, with his lightsaber. Now, of course, he ended up dying, sadly, and with his death and sacrifice, inspired the creation of the Rebel Alliance, and they used his family crest as their banner, which I thought was really cool, because Galen Merrick is totally awesome. And of course, he was cloned later on by Vader, and even the clone Starkiller did become a member of the Rebel Alliance. But we'll save that story for a later video. This has been Force Choke Friday. Jedi Master Brett out.